A defining moment in the Premier League title race. Every football fan was watching that game. Every football fan had eyes on that result. And it was a result that Arsenal fans were dreading. And Manchester City have entered the chat. We all knew that this game applied pressure for both teams. If Manchester City lose that game, they feel as though potentially the title's gone. They're out of the race. If they draw that game, it's an even playing field. If they win that game, which they have managed to do today, the title race is well and truly on. Now, this is a position that Arsenal fans and Arsenal players and Arteta wouldn't dream of being in a few weeks ago. Everything has seemed to have crumbled since these two teams faced each other last in the Carabao Cup final, which was also, believe it or not, a season-defining moment. I said it before in previous videos. Once those two teams face each other, there was many times they were going to face each other this season, especially if City remained in the Champions League, which they're no longer in. But there was a potential for these teams to play each other at least 4 or 5 times this season. And being that final at Wembley in the Carabao Cup, whoever won that game would set the momentum for what was to come in the Champions League and the Premier League. Yes, Arsenal still in the Champions League, but let's focus on the Premier League as of today's result. Everything has changed. Momentum has shifted. Man City have been getting the results, are back on form. Arsenal, on the other hand, the results speak for itself. The lack of goals speak for itself. And I know many people will mention the fact that there's been injuries. There's so many key players missing. Your Urian Timbers, your Bukayo Sakas. There's players that still come back. Mikel Merino still out injured for the foreseeable future. It is not. Yeah, it's just not a place where Arsenal fans want to be right now. And I can understand from what I've seen on social media already, from the live chats I've seen on our other channel when we did the live watch along on She's a Keeper. There are a lot of fans that are calling for Arteta's head. But look, yes, we've screwed up our chances of walking away with the league. Let's be honest. It's not a clear running straight for the title. Man City's got a hand on it and Arsenal's got a hand on it too. They're 3 points behind Arsenal with a game in hand. Next Monday, next week, everything can change. Arsenal's been top of the league the whole majority of the season, and that could all change during this crunch time period. And we all know that when Man City need to turn it on those 8 to 10 last games, they know exactly how to do it. Now, where did it go wrong today for Arsenal? There's not many things I can say to critique Arsenal entirely. They played a lot better than they did against Sporting in the Champions League, a lot better than they did against Bournemouth in the Premier League. We played attacking football for once. We had our chances, but Manchester City were more clinical. Ryan Cherki, wow. Yes, I'm wearing an Arsenal shirt. Yes, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm also, I enjoy football. I'm very honest. Ryan Cherki, those dancing feet. He is so difficult to defend against. He opened up the scoring, dancing past our defenders and slotting it in the bottom left corner. What an opening goal. In that moment, I said it's going to be a long day. Long day for Arsenal, because if you've got players doing that jinky past players, Gabriel sticks a foot out, he just glides past you so easily. And Ryan Cherki has been incredible for Man City this season. I don't pay attention entirely to Man City's results, but I know he's had a lot of goal involvements. I think 12 or 13 in 16 games, something incredible. He's new to the league. He's been outstanding, but I think most Arsenal fans and football fans are aware of him for his antics against Arsenal I'm laughing. It's not even funny. It was funny, but it's not funny deep down. His antics against us in the Carabao Cup final, where he was just trolling us with, you've seen the memes, you've seen it. And then the bottle flipping the other day. Look, Cherki is a player. He opened the goal scoring, sensational goal. And at that point, I kind of lost faith. But for us to get straight back in it, there wasn't even a chance for fans to fully celebrate that goal, because just immediately on the other end, Havertz poaches to Donnarumma. And, he gets his chance. Not the most pleasant goal, an unorthodox way to score, but if the goalkeeper's going to take the time on the ball and you're going to press him, you win that ball, put it in the back of the net, deflected in. Perfect. It's 1-1. Game on. In that moment, you think, right, we've got a game on our hands here. This title race is going to be exciting. I wouldn't have enjoyed walking away with a point anyway. I was hoping and expected that Arsenal, even though they haven't shown me much in the last few games of goal scoring opportunities, I was hoping and expecting that Arsenal will provide something special. And they almost did. The post was our worst enemy today. Eze strikes the post, ball rolls across the goal line. We had another, I can't remember the other. Oh, Havertz and Odegaard threw on goal at the same time. Should have smacked it in, smacked it straight out Donnarumma. Easy to save. In the final minutes of the game, Trossard pings in a beautiful ball for Havertz to header in, goes just over the bar. You just think, all of these chances, it's fine margins in matches like this with two of the best teams in England right now going against each other. These fine margins, when you have an opportunity to score, you need to take it. And that's what Man City did today. That Shirky goal, that Haaland goal. Gabriel and Haaland were tussling the whole match. I don't know if it's personal or if this is they just rear up against each other every time they play. But today seemed extra personal. They were not letting each other go. There was ripped shirts, there was head buttons. Gabriel was extremely lucky, in my opinion, to not see a red card for biting the bait, for sticking your head forward onto his forehead. Yeah, violent conduct, but not extremely violent. So I think we got away with a yellow there. But them two today, on it. Even in a goal scoring moment, there's tussling, there's shirt pulling, but he's got a yard on. He's got that space, and all he's got to do is stick out his leg and hope that the ball goes in. And that's exactly what Haaland did. Whilst he's pulling and Gabriel's pulling him back, they're 50-50 battling. He's leaned on him, used Gabriel's body to hold him up whilst he can balance and slot the ball in. Goal scoring opportunity, takes the chance, he scores it. 2-1. At that point, I know how extremely hard it's going to be for Arsenal to come back, because I'm going on our past results and our past performances that we haven't been scoring goals. We're 2-1 down against Man City. The Man City that's won 4 in a row. The Man City that knows what it takes to go the full mile the last few games of the season. It's crunch time. And I know there's a section of fans that will say, don't be worried. We're still top of the table. We're still 3 points ahead. We're still, I don't know, I think it's 1 point goal difference. Something like that. Yeah. We're still in the Premier League top of the table. We're still in the Champions League. There's things to be hopeful about, but that gap is getting extremely small that we need to start praying. We need to stop. It's getting extremely small. And look, I know the neutrals would have enjoyed that game. It was a good game to watch, but for Arsenal fans, this is not the result we needed, not the result we expected. To be fair, I think going into this game, a lot of people expected Man City to win. Even most Arsenal fans will know this will be a tough game. And we kind of struggled to grasp the game in the middle of the field. There was moments where Eze and Odegaard, especially in that first half, Eze, wonderful progressing the ball forward in tight spaces, getting out these tight spaces, finding the pass, switching the play. Odegaard as well looked bright and sharp in the first half. But throughout the game, consistently, Man City definitely controlled that midfield. And for me, I feel like games are won or lost in the midfield. That sounds crazy because you got to score or defend to win a game. You got to score goals to win, but the midfield is the core. It's the core. It's that last piece of players before the defensive line, and it's like the players that get the ball. For me, it's important. Everyone has their own different tactics. I'm talking like I'm a coach, but I watch a lot of grassroots football in general. For me, the midfield is the key. It's the engine. Keeps us running. Like I said, at this level with two top teams, games are decided in moments, and City had their moments and took them. And can we talk about the celebrations? What are these Bov celebrations? Shirky scores the opening goal and just walks. He doesn't even nod. He just walks and stares. Solid eye line. Cold celebration. Confidence. We know he's a confident player. We see how he likes to joke. But that confidence should incite fear for the team that they're chasing. Because to score in a fixture like this and just walk off, have a cold-blooded stare like, yeah, we're here and we're not going nowhere. Then Haaland scores, does the same thing. Bov, unbothered, just walks, nods his head, lets everyone know, yeah, I'm back. I'm scoring again in the Premier League. Yeah, cool. At the end of the game, he looks at the fans like this. He looks at the camera, little peekaboo like, yeah. The dominance after the full-time whistle, after your goals, everyone that supports this club, whether you like what I'm about to say or not, should be worried. Because this is a team that are coming for everything that they want. They're coming for the Premier League. They're going for the FA Cup, and they've got the EFL Cup. 3-point gap. Could have been 9. Could have been 12. Yes, we haven't lost it yet. Still keep hope. Arsenal are still in the title race, but you don't want it to be these fine margins with a team like City chasing you. Their celebrations told me, we got them, boys. We got them right where we want them. We got them now. They've got them 3 points. They can go and win their next few games. Yeah, their fixtures are tough. Every game's tough. They can go and win those next few games. So, what does this mean for Arsenal going forward now? It's simple. It's simple for us to say. I don't know how simple it is for it to be executed, but what it means for Arsenal is they have to win every single game. It sounds simple, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. It's going to be hard, especially the fact that we're lacking in goals and conceding a bit recently as well. 2 against Bournemouth, 2 against City. Like, it's going to be tough, but the title is still there for the taking. It's still there. You're not well out of the race. You're in a position you didn't want to be in, but you're still in the race. Yes, they've caught up to you, but now you've got to put on the burners and run. You've got to chase like you've never chased before. Chase that trophy. Don't let someone sneak up behind you and come and take it. Chase that trophy. I was hoping the boys would have placed it. I'm sure they did. I can't tell you what percentage they were giving of themselves, but I wanted them to play like this was their last game ever. Like this is your final game. Give it everything you have. And they did try. It was better than what I've seen in recent weeks, but you know, we expect the most and you just want more. You just want to get the 3 points. But what it means now is that the pressure is on. You have to win these remaining games. It's going to be tough, but the fans, everyone is there to support you. Everyone is there. Arsenal. Look, it wasn't as if they were outplayed. They should still be proud of their performance, build on that performance and go on and win these remaining games. This loss is going to hurt mentally. It's definitely going to take a toll. But you have to battle through and think of the bigger picture. Like I said, chase that trophy down. There's still games to be played. There's still games to be won. Hopefully no more games to be lost because we're at a crunch time now where we cannot afford to drop any more points. It would have been nice, yes, in hindsight, going into this game 9 points clear, 12 points clear, but we didn't. They've closed the gap. Man City have done what they needed to do. They had a task. They had a target and they've achieved that. Arsenal, you have a task. You have a target. Go and achieve it. Don't let the naysayers and all the commentators and all the pundits and all the media and all the rival fans be correct. Don't let them be right. Go and do what you need to do and win. Be winners. Lock in. Let's do this. I'm emotional. I'm rambling. I'm ranting. I don't like to come and rant. But look, it wasn't the greatest performance. It was better. It wasn't the greatest. I'm not happy with the result, but, well, I can't even talk probably. I'm not happy with the result, but there's still more games to be played. I don't want to keep repeating myself. Just go out there and win it. Let me know where the game went wrong for you. What could have the boys on the pitch and Arteta done differently? What were you expecting from this game? Obviously, Arsenal fans were expecting a win. Man City fans were definitely expecting a win. It's weird. We're top of the table and have been for a very long time, but going into this game, we were the underdog. We were definitely the underdog because everyone expected us to lose and we did end up losing. Because if we would have won, it would have been a surprise factor for a lot of people. And that's just the honest truth, whether you like it or not. Unfortunately, we did lose. But where do you think the game went wrong? What would you have done differently, especially in terms of substitutions? Martinelli coming on at half-time. Gyökeres coming on in the 86th minute is a big talking point I'm surprised I haven't touched on yet. That was a big surprise for me. Having our striker come on that late in the game. Yes, Havertz had some good chances, especially towards the end of the game, like I mentioned earlier, with the Trossard cross and Havertz with the header. But why bring on Gyökeres that late? Also, why not bring on Jesus earlier? Jesus, put him on the left. Why take off Eze? And there's a lot of whys, but it's all in hindsight now, isn't it? But let me know your thoughts. Where did it go wrong for you? What did you think of the substitutions? And yeah, are you still hopeful? This is the fans I'm talking to, Arsenal fans. Are you still hopeful? We did a poll on the She's a Keeper live watch along saying, where do you think Arsenal will finish this season? And if I remember correctly, it was like, basically the majority vote was second. Not by a huge mile. It was marginal. But it seems like a lot of fans have lost hope. And it's understandable, but it's not over yet. And though it feels like it, but it's not over yet. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. How are you all feeling? And how are you feeling for the remaining fixtures of the season? We'll touch on the Champions League. That's another conversation for another day. There's only so much I can take in this moment. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. And thank you for watching. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a video. And I will see you on the next one.